and see for yourself why we always say, why just get a car when you can? Open Sundays 11 to 4.
It is the first green office condo complex in the state. It is a story you'll only see here on News 8 ahead of this week's groundbreaking. It is called Centerpoint Connecticut and it is being built in Middletown. Here to tell us more about the project is co-developer and architect Michael Tyre with Tall Properties. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming in. So first of all, just tell us a little bit about Centerpoint Connecticut. What makes it so amazing?
Centerpoint Connecticut's a new office condominium development that we've really focused on being a very green and sustainable building. We've incorporated a host of green technologies such as rooftop solar panels. Right. We're building with recycled materials. The shell of the building is highly insulated, giving very good energy efficiency, and we're using smart irrigation and plumbing controls to help conserve water. All of this really adds up to significant energy savings, and you know that's especially significant when you realize that in Connecticut we have the highest energy costs in the country.
Yeah, we do. So we have a drawing there of it. How many businesses could you house in this complex?
It's going to be a 7-building campus, and each building houses up to 8 businesses. That's small units, but we have units that range anywhere from 1,000 square feet up to 6,000. So we're really focused on the small business owner in Connecticut and professional practices.
And what kind of businesses are going to be in there?
Well, as I mentioned, definitely small business and professional practices, some medical. We are doing custom fit outs, and we're really focused on smaller companies, anywhere between 5 and 30 employees. One of the nice things about the office condominium is that it's an alternative to leasing that allows business owners to build equity, hedge against inflation, benefit from real estate appreciation. And that's something that small business owners in Connecticut really haven't had the opportunity to do in the past. So we've focused the project on that market.
Absolutely. And for a small business, they probably don't have the funds to make the kind of changes to their own building that this will allow them to have. So that's giving them an opportunity that most probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, and more I think we're seeing, a lot of businesses make changes in their operational practices to become more green. One of the big ways they're doing that is by moving into green buildings. And it's not just to trumpet the environmental awareness of their company. They're doing so because it's good business. Green buildings save money, whether it's the energy reduction that I was mentioning or federal incentives, property tax abatements. Smart business owners are realizing that green buildings really give them a competitive advantage.
So talk to us a little more about what's green about this building. You have solar panels on the ceiling, so that obviously you're using solar energy, and that how much of a savings would that, do you have any idea?
Well, the solar panels are going to help contribute to on-site renewable energy for the project. A total, we're estimating over 35% of annual energy savings that the solar panels and our other combined green technologies will provide.
And the recyclable materials, can you tell us about that? Where do they go, and what were they?
Yeah, we're using most all of our construction materials have some form of recycled content, whether it's the steel, which is a highly recycled product, or the bricks. We've really focused on making material selections that are not only recycled, but try to come from regional sources. So we're not bringing materials in from very far away. We're using local materials and ones with high recycled content to make a smaller
footprint. And the irrigation system for the water, the plumbing, and everything is that a low water? What do you call those things?
Yeah, they're low-use water fixtures, and what we've done is, in addition to the plumbing within the building, the grounds as well, we're focusing on making a more sustainable approach. So there we're using weather sensors for the irrigation, and instead of sprinklers, drip irrigation systems. So there we're using over 50% less water than compared to a traditional office property.
Oh, that's great. So is this the first project like this that you guys have been involved in? It's certainly, we know it's the first one in Connecticut.
Yeah, it is. It is. Tall Properties, we've started out with Centerpoint Connecticut, and office condominiums have been a popular model in other parts of the country, but it's still a relatively new concept here in Connecticut. So we're hoping that we feel there's a really strong demand in the small business community to benefit from a lot of those real estate appreciation and things associated with owning rather than leasing.
And as you said, it saves on costs for utilities, and you get tax abatements from the federal government. So who doesn't
and you're
want those
building
things?
equity. Yeah.
And you're building equity.
Right.
So there's still property available if people are interested.
Oh yeah, we're under construction on the first building.
Okay, I didn't know if it was already reserved for people already.
No, we're under construction on the first building, and we hope to break ground on the next one later in the fall. So
great.
Certainly...
And the groundbreaking for the first one is?
On Thursday, St. Patrick's Day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Michael. That's really very interesting and very inspiring, hopefully, to more to small businesses out there. And of course, if you want more information on this project, you can go to our website, WTNH.com, click on the Good Morning Connecticut weekend section. We'll have all the information for you. Thanks, Michael. Very interesting.
Thanks for having me.
Centerpoint Connecticut, Middletown. Steve, over to you.
Oh, thank you, Annie. Good morning, everyone.